Hi, I'm Sophia with Give Us the Floor, a by teen for teen organization meant for young people to share their stories and experiences. Recently, I got to interview Soraya Shockley, a freshman in college who has done a lot of work with youth radio, was awarded the Youth of the Year award in Albany, and has even been featured on NPR's Perspective. I just want to thank Soraya so much again for letting me interview her, and I hope you guys enjoy the interview. First question for you is, how would you describe yourself?
How I describe myself shifts, like minute by minute. I'm right now first and foremost a student. I usually describe myself by my family relations. So I'm a sister, I'm a daughter. Uh, Beyond that, I describe myself by what's important to me. I try my best to be an activist. I'm a writer. I'm a journalist. Yeah, that's who I am.
In a couple of your radio pieces, you've talked about the transition not only from like high school to college life, but from the Bay Area all the way to the East Coast. And I was just wondering like how that transition has been throughout the year.
Well, uh, I mean, I don't know if you want to see some scenery right now, but I am in Boston right now, right this second. And the big difference that everyone talks about that I can prove right now, say hello.
Oh my God.
Say hello. I don't know why Boston is not understanding spring. It's really getting to me right now. It was okay. Here's the other thing. Sorry, I'm just gonna rant about the weather for a second. It was 70 degrees 4 days ago, and now we have a snowstorm. I'm just like, does Boston not understand weather? The weather difference is a big part. Um, Another big part is that I went to a really diverse high school. The school I'm at is definitely diverse, but I have multiple classes where I'm the only person of color in them or in a section or reading group. So that's been a change. I think the big things, and I've talked about this before, the biggest transitional shocks for me didn't really have anything to do with leaving the Bay. It was really about leaving things I know and love. Um, leaving your family. I didn't go to a school where I knew anyone, so I had no friends going into the experience. I knew no one. And that's a big part of it. You also, but it's part of the beauty as well. I get to explore myself as a true individual outside of my parents' home, on my own. It's just new. It's not bad. It's not that different even. It's just new. But you know, I really struck out pretty hardcore first semester. I didn't really find any clubs that I liked or any groups that I really vibed with. Um, it's a pretty, the first couple months are pretty lonely, I'd say. Mostly because you're hanging out with people, but you don't know them. And you don't have the safety net of just going home at the end of the day to someone that you know loves you and is there for you. So those first months were pretty lonely. I've really gotten into my groove second semester. So I'm in some of the things I've dealt with in my work. I'm very interested in politics, so I'm in a group about politics, race, and ethnicity. And then I'm also writing for a political magazine here. So, and through that, I've found friends, which has been great. I also got really lucky because I love my roommate
Yeah.
very much. So that's pretty awesome. I would never tell someone that they're going to necessarily like make it happen right when you get there. Because it does happen for some people, but it didn't happen for me. It takes different times for different people. But I will say, as long as you keep trying, it'll slowly happen or quickly happen. I'm also on a really good just like mental health program, right? So one of the issues is that, I don't think enough people reach out for help when they need it professionally. And it can be sad, and that can develop into depression if you're not vigilant. And I've dealt with some of those issues in the past, and I just didn't want to go to those places if I could avoid it in college. So I've got a good group of people, a good support system here, and that's what I'd really advocate for anyone who's about to go to college is don't be afraid to reach out for professional help or find a support network.
Yeah, that's yes. I'd never think about these aspects of college, and so it's like really interesting and nice to hear like that like high school can be almost like a trial and error, and you can start over, but you need to like take the things you learned and do something different with them. Thank you.